Hey, Lisa.
Waiting for this bagel place to open. Just got a nice half gallon of fresh squeezed orange juice. Nice day here. How you doing? The markets down here are really good. Oh, I'm doing pretty well. You know, down here it's just like everywhere now. Everybody has a problem getting help. And this is a Jewish deli, which is good. But here they don't open till 11 on a Saturday. I know the father and son work there. They probably don't want to work another 20-hour day. You would think in a place like Hilton Head there'd be like a ton of really killer Jewish delis, but there really are not. I looked at the other ones and I didn't see any of these fish plates like I get. This is one busy place though. I bet these people think they're going into this deli too, and they're not. I'm in Hilton Head right now. I'm gonna be here for about 5 more days, I think. I went to Brazilian Steakhouse last night. It was great. You ever get down here, Lisa? Yeah, you're right, Paul. A couple days last week, it was a real broiler. 99 one day. It's going to be 94 here. We had some big thunderstorms last night. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Hey, Blue. Waiting for this deli to open up. I was saying earlier, just like everywhere else, nobody can get help anymore. Hey, Kim. I bought a half gallon of fresh orange juice, though. Yeah, it's good. The markets down here are really nice. A lot of nice food. You know, fresh everything. I don't know if we're going to rent a boat today. I don't really care about it that much, to tell you the truth. First of all, the water's not that great looking. And I don't want to get broiled all day long just to, like, putt around in a boat. I hope we don't rent one. Yeah. You know, the weird thing about down here, believe it or not, is like, I don't really, I mean, it's okay, but I don't get this place being this great of a tourist attraction. I mean, there's so many better places out there. First of all, the traffic is crazy. Secondly, it isn't like there's a bunch of good places where you can just like drive up in a Jeep like this and park and like people watch or see big ships come in or anything like that. Because mostly it's gated communities. So if you're on resident there, you're not getting in most of this place anyway. So scratch that. And there just aren't any places like in Florida where you can pull up to the water and watch the boats and stuff. It's just not. Now that Sea Pines that I sent you, I mean, I think Sea Pines, they'll let you get in there for $10 even though you don't live there. I've been over there a bunch of times. I don't really like it. It's congested. The food's not that great. I mean, they do have good restaurants here, but a lot of them are like so-so. Like that sushi the other night was not that good, and it was expensive as hell. Now the Brazilian steakhouse was excellent last night. That was $50 a person, worth every damn dime. I mean, it depends how you look at it. I don't get to those Brazilian steakhouses too much because they're just, they're only in big cities, but I used to in Chicago when I lived there. And those aren't exactly the greatest cuts of meat. I mean, you pay for the experience. I mean, it's good, but it's not exceptional, you know? And this was kind of a scaled down one compared to the ones that I've been to before. It was good. They had all the typical things they bring around, the gauchos and all that stuff. And of course, I ate 5,000 calorie dinner. Yeah, yeah, that's the one I went to. Cowboy Brazilian Steakhouse. Yep, that's the one I went to. Yep. Hey Jennifer, I thought it was really good. If you read the reviews there, man, people are. It's so hard to run a restaurant now. It's ridiculous. I'm going to leave them a nice review tonight, actually, because the service was great, the food was good. I mean, we didn't wait for anything. And you look at some of these crazies that leave these reviews to these places. I think it seems to me like there's just certain personalities that they're going to complain about, whatever. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, it was really good though. But I mean, they have filet mignon, they have St. Louis style ribs, Parmesan chicken, pork. I'll tell you what they did have there that I've never had before. Uh, Supposedly pineapple is a good palate cleaner, and they had roasted pineapple with sprinkled cinnamon, and they'd bring it around on one of those like skewers, and they'd shave it off, just like they do the meat. It was really good. No, $50 wasn't bad at all. Not in this day and age. Nope. Not in this day and age. It's not. And it was good. Great, great, great service. Hey, Mary. Yeah, fresh. Like I just went in this fresh market here. There's a handful of these around here. You just go in there and they'll have like, I'll give you an example. I took a little video of it, upload later. They'll have like 7 different cuts of ribeye, believe it or not, even though it's the same cut, different quality. All sorts of fillets, just vegetables diced, the seafood that just blow your mind. Like this deli, I'm gonna get like that, like lox platter, a typical Jewish deli fare. And but their sandwiches look good too, a good Jewish deli sandwich. Now, my favorite Jewish delis are in Cleveland. Chicago didn't really have any. Michigan's got one that's overrated in Ann Arbor, Zingerman's. But I hadn't been to a good Jewish deli in a while, and a good sandwich now is about $18. That's what they are here. No, I ate it. I knew those guys. I know those guys, Paul and Ari, when they first started out at Zingerman's. And I ate there for 25 years. And it just got where it just got so ridiculous. I mean, $25 for a BLT, and it was good, not great. Uh, I quit going there actually. It, I don't mind paying for good stuff, but it just got absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy the market they've created. Hey, Caroline. Yeah, overrated and overpriced. Apple Green. It wasn't always like that. You know, when they first started out, uh, I had lived out there for a long time, and it was good. I mean, it's good quality food, but it's just not worth what they're getting for it. It's not. You ever want really good Jewish delis? No, is Cleveland, and there's a the best deli down there. Believe it or not, everybody thinks they're Jewish. They're not. They're actually Lebanese. Slimans. Actually, I have my Slimans T-shirt with me here. They're only open about 3 or 4 hours a day. If you ever get to Cleveland and you want a top-notch sandwich, go to Slimans. Really good. There's a place we stop out here and get sandwiches on the way in Augusta, Georgia. Hildebrandt's. I thought they were good, not great. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, Detroit. Lashish used to be the best, and then that guy got in trouble, and I don't really have like a great Lebanese restaurant to go to. I see down here they got a Caribbean jerk chicken place. Down here, I want to try that. And they even serve red stripe beer. But it's not the slam dunk down here that you would think it would be for like great food everywhere. Some of it's just not that great. There's a place in here. It's called Duck Donuts. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that before. Kids like it. You go in there and they make these custom donuts for you. I had one time. They're warm. They make them right there while you're there, and you could get like anything you want on them. Like you could get like a hot fudge sundae donut or a caramel nut donut. They're good as hell. I mean, loaded in calories. I mean, I bet those things are. I bet they're 2,000 calories a piece. Duck Donuts, it's called. Yeah, it's nice down here. Yeah, sure is nice. Those were great thunderstorms last night. Really good. You know what happened to me last night? You guys have probably had this happen at some time in your life. I went back there and it's dark as hell. I didn't have a flashlight. So I go down there to get that little clip of video of those storms. And it gets super dark, because of those clouds. And I get lost back there. Believe it or not. And those clouds are like coming towards me. And I thought, I don't want to get struck by lightning out here. But it's so damn dark after those clouds moved in. I didn't have a flashlight. The way that it works, there's these paths that go down to the ocean. And I only take one path. But because I was trying to get like a good shot of these clouds, I walked down the beach after I got there. And after I turned around, I couldn't find the damn path. And here these damn clouds are coming towards me. So anyway, I end up getting on a path I thought was the one next to the house. And as it turns out, it was. But it was so damn dark coming back, I could not find the house. It's crazier than hell. It was so dark out. They got that architectural lighting. It's not like it's street lights. I ended up calling my buddy and I said, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm about ready to get struck by lightning. Could you flash the porch light on and off? You'd think, how could you not recognize the house you're staying in? I know, sounds nuts. But it was so damn dark, everything looked so different that I didn't want to be walking up to a house if that wasn't the one that I was staying in. Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, you dumbass, man. You were out here and you're about ready to get struck by lightning. It got a lot worse after that video. That was coming toward me. But actually, I made it inside way before that. And then it rained for about an hour and a half. Got a lot worse. The storms were coming out of the north. Those storms were all the way down to Florida and stretched all the way up to New Jersey. It's crazy. Yeah, no, stuff like that. But it was so pitch dark, I couldn't even, I was walking like a baby because I didn't want to trip. Yeah, Daisy has a good time down here. She went swimming yesterday, and yeah, I'll get better video of that in months to come when I have my good camera equipment down here. Yeah, it was really a good storm. I mean, the phone doesn't really do it justice. You know, it's not a good enough camera, but it was a good storm that came in. Oh, these people got their Starbucks coffee. Yeah, you know, it's not an uncommon scene to see lightning out there. Uh, a lot. Storms out over the ocean. I mean, I like Tim Hortons better. You know, Starbucks is the heaviest caffeine content. I mean, I think Starbucks is kind of a ripoff. I really haven't been drinking coffee. I will get one today, and I got one yesterday, but I haven't been drinking it like I used to. Uh, you know, you'll never ever find a better example of marketing than Starbucks. Seriously, they are absolute pros. They get people paying $8 for what everybody else is selling for $2, and that's hard to do. Yeah, it's the strongest caffeine of all the chains out there. When I moved to Chicago, they had a place called Caribou Coffee. I really liked those, and most of them went out of business. It's good. You know, it's weird business. It's not like it's the best product that always makes it. You know, when Microsoft came out, there were other software programs out there. It's just they didn't, you know, hit it right. Poor timing. That were better than Windows. Just didn't get lucky. Oh, you drink that much, huh, Mark? Wow. Well, I think this place should be open. Hope nobody steals my orange juice. Yeah, pool's pretty nice back there. Yep. I never go in it, but Daisy does. I think this is the best deli on the island, but I'm not sure of that. I looked at the other places, but I don't know if they wait on you out here today or not. They didn't open till 11 today. Yeah, that's why I cut back. Yep. That's it, Smarty. you doing? One. Thank you. Hey GMA, how you doing? How you doing? Good. Thank you. See here you can see the menu. No, I guess a sandwich is $20 for a big one. They have matzo ball soup. I think they have good rice pudding. I mean, I don't think that's hard to make, but I got a bowl of it yesterday. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Squirrely. Hey. She waited on me yesterday.
Too late. I just ate, so I have to take half of it home. I don't put flour.
Yep, short, simple menu. Yep. How you doing?
Good. What do you like?
I'll get a coffee and a water, please.
Coffee and water. You know what you want?
Yeah, I'll get a lox platter.
Okay.
Everything bagel.
Got it.
Hey, and I want to get something to go. You want me to tell you an hour later?
What is?
Give me a pint of tuna salad, pint of chicken salad, and a plain.
You take yesterday?
Yeah, I did.
The same one or little bigger?
The big one today.
So the other one.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll get
You
a
say tuna.
one of
and-
tuna
and chicken.
and one of chicken, and then a plain bagel
Bagel.
toasted.
Got it.
Good man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you need sugar for your coffee?
No, thank you. Yeah, their food's good here. I think it is. This is a big bike riding place around here too, huge. A lot of families here. You see, it's kind of nice to see, like the old days. It reminds me of. If you guys were here, I'd buy a good breakfast, nice sandwich. Hey Amber, how you doing? Yeah, I get you a veggie omelet. Yep. They have good bread here too. Oh yeah, good Amber. Thank you. Hey Frisky. Yeah, it's a sunny day here, all right? It's gonna be 94 today. Yeah, they have that, ham and eggs, better believe it. See, I'm driving a Jeep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This guy's from Mexico City. I was talking to him yesterday. I heard him get in an argument with the cook. This is a guy and his son that owns this place. So the son is, my buddy said the son's always kind of nerved up, you know. And the son said to this guy, "Did you get that bagel?" He said, "Yeah, I got a bagel." He said, "Why the hell didn't you tell me?" He said, "Why the hell don't you listen better?" Hey, Blue, I'm going to be talking to Freddie Neely next week. Yeah, you see a lot of families here. You know, I never took vacation with my family. We never went anywhere. Oh, that's cool. That Freddie still got a ton of toys. He just paid cash for a Prevost, and he's got airplanes, and he's still got dragsters and all sorts of cool shit. I'm looking forward to going over there. No, it doesn't race, but he's got every toy in the world. He's just got a brand new, I think he's 69 now. You know, I don't know if I told you or not, but I asked him what it was like driving those funny cars down there. And you know what he told me? I might have told you this already. He told me that it's slow motion. He said you're all nerved up, you know, and he said once you hit that gas, he said it seems like everything slows down. It doesn't seem fast at all. Isn't that crazy? Oh, cool, Mary. That's cool. Oh, only 62, yeah. Gonna be 94 here today. Yep, 94. Oh, how you doing, Wildmans? How's it going? Yeah, I started out today just killing time, waiting for this deli to open. If you guys want to see anything here, let me know. There's really not that much to see, I don't think. But if there's something you like, I'll go check it out for you. Of course, flowers are a big deal down here. You know, like it's almost like every place is trying to outdo each other. There's a guy in the neighborhood that I'm staying at. It's got like the most fantastic, like, trees and flowers in his yard. If I ever see him out there, I'm going to stop by there because it's really impressive looking. I'm in Hilton Head right now. About ready to tear up a breakfast at this deli. Another thing, I mentioned this before too. Another thing, I mean, I always heard of Hilton Head, but I never even been here before until a year ago. Oh, look at my breakfast. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Look at my lox platter breakfast. Another busy day. Olives. You know, I never got a lox platter with cheese. Yeah, no, those trees are cool. See, now that's only the product of a mature neighborhood. That takes forever. Those are live oaks. I think in laurel oaks with Spanish moss. You're right. Look at my nice bagel. Yep, lox and bagel, yeah. Yeah, trees are nice. Yeah, you're right, wild man. Everything bagel. Yeah, I don't really eat them too much. Yeah, I just put a little cream cheese on mine. Oh, are you, Mark? Yeah, you know what though, Mark? That's kind of like liberating. It really is. I hope you can come down and visit sometime. Come down and visit me. I mean, any of you guys can come down and visit me. It's going to be a big change for what you're used to. I'm eating at this deli, Luna. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, do it. I'm not that far off the beaten path. Are you selling too, Perry? Oh, good for you, wild man.
Gustavo, how are you, my friend? Good. Yeah, you're married. Fighting outside. No, too late. Outside. Wait.
See you, Bobby. No, I have not. I have not interviewed anybody lately.
share?
Yeah, you can grab any of these you want.
Got me
Take
my
any of
chair.
these you want.
That's mine, though.
Where do you want to sit? Where are you going to sit?
Oh, this is great. This is perfect.
I haven't been down there in Detroit.
Will Alexa sit there next to your dad?
Lunch is on me. Yeah, I know. Even though I was the big winner.
Thank you.
Yeah, the basket took off. Linda's carrying good money.
That's it.
This is good. It's a nice raisin.
Oh, do they have a kids menu?
I mean, how ironic. She's a New York style deli.
Yeah. It's cheaper.
I don't know. She's got her game face on. She's got her deli game face on.
Chicken menu, hot dog and fries, chicken burger, grilled cheese, chicken finger, chicken bun jelly, or kids sandwich, all coming with fries and soft drinks. This for child under or 3 years.
Oh.
What do you like to drink? Diet. You want them?
How many Diet Cokes do you want? One Diet Coke?
Yeah, I can have mine. It might be
You
more.
want a cup with ice?
Yeah, ice.
Right? Ice,
Yeah.
ice, baby.
That'd be great.
What do you like to eat?
I'll do a Diet Coke.
You Diet Coke, yes.
Is that allowed? Are you sure? Okay.
Oh, I have also pink lemonade.
A bunch of napkins for this table next door.
All right, let me get your drinks. Good, good?
Yeah, really good.
Coffee?
When you get a
When I'm
chance.
coming back, I'll give you coffee.
Yeah, thank you.
We're getting the chicken. We're getting the chicken burger. I'm in. I'm
Are you going to get the kids burger?
That's a joke. That's a joke between me and the dad. He always said then when it comes up, I say, I have enough lunch. Hopefully, it's a long running joke. A joke for a yoke. You gonna have mozzarella soup too? Yeah. I'm excited to see how it is.
Oh, that's a good dinner, Maurice.
It's good for the soul.
The daughter died. The daughter died last year. The mother got an apartment in another part of Detroit.
You have borscht?
Borscht. I think I can move some pizza.
No, that's too expensive. I think you should get the kids thing. Look how big that is. It's like he wants to do this. Maybe you just put
I'm
the
gonna
use
get,
it.
actually, I'm gonna get
You have to trade it for the golf ball.
I gotta get my, I gotta get my sandwich. I get burger. I get a chicken burger and
I hope that's a $100 thing.
I gotta get Twin Towers. Large. I'm a glutton.
Alexa, which street are you on? Brooklyn Bridge. Have you been here?
Have you been there? Oh. Gustavo's like
What?
that.
Or he wants to kill it.
Yeah, he just had a fresh kill this morning, so it was a lot faster. Gustavo. Like cheering. Yeah, joking. Well, because he likes cheering. Very special.
Hey Cynthia, how you doing?
So who watches your puppy when you're away? Like,
Oh, thank you. Same to you, Tweety. How's it going over there?
yeah.
Doing great. Going swimming every day. It's really doing well.
How sweet. That's right. She's up work. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna get the girls. So, do you live in an apartment or? So, how do you for the bathroom place? What do you do? What do you do there?
For Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, I just take it. We go on an hour-long walk in the morning.
Ah, I see.
Out in the afternoon, and then at night.
So he's pretty much knows when.
Oh, good, Tweety. Congratulations.
I got it. Awesome.
So this one actually goes. She's so lucky.
Good for you.
Sometimes it goes.
Very good. Nice.
Mom.
He lets you down. That's fun.
Yeah, good luck, Tweety.
Gustavo. Yes.
Turkey cranberry sauce bacon. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the wedding party is going strong. I thought, we're probably supposed to. When you knock on the door, it's like, nothing can be up.
I was probably in my room.
Yes, ma'am.
I couldn't hear you over the music.
I know.
Hey, Marie.
Some spikes on.
Oh, thank you.
Then the storm started.
They took away her monetization because she hadn't posted videos.
Short about 10 o'clock.
I don't have bread. I can do like no a los platter, or block sandwich.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
$17, wild man. 17.
Between the platter is this control. Like the bagel on the side, sliced logs, sliced onions, and the sandwich is on the bagel, cream cheese, two sliced logs, onions and tomato cut in half.
Black.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Okay. What kind of bagel do you want? Platter.
Really good, Perry. It's good. Excellent. Hey, Philip. So far I am, yeah. At the moment. Tweety, are you in Montana now? You're living in Montana now?
What kind of meat? Turkey, white bread.
So that's the
Cheese. Get that.
exchange. That's what top business. What you got?
Turkey cranberry, not brie.
Oh, okay. No more Austin? No more Austin, Texas?
I'm all packed up, ready to go.
We'll do an extra.
I don't know, I can't remember exactly. What's the name of it again?
Let's split fry.
C-U?
That one is plenty.
Okay, I'll do
No, that's how it is. Yeah, that's a decent price.
C-A or C?
Oh, good, Tweety. Good for you.
So we're taking both cars.
Only three vegetables, right?
3 more. Matzo or no? 3 yes.
So far good?
Oh wow, Tweety.
I don't want to cut short anybody's stuff.
Do you want to see? Are we on the beach? Is the day over? Are we done?
CQ Restaurant, White House Road. It's a way. Fresh meat. That's what Mama was just
I got
saying.
those first colors. Not tan.
Did I tell you I have a favorite guy who's like my brother looks like me and my family?
Oh, no. I got the DNA test.
He looks more like me, but he looks like you.
21 minutes. What's up?
21 minutes?
You know, right?
Let's put a little more on that.
Our faces look alike.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
Red fish is like 6:30,
Yeah,
so we're leaving at 6. Any time to get lost.
Well, we're both going to drive.
Not the way.
He has one
So you
shit
said
like
that
that.
don't follow
We
you.
look alike, right? Abby, show him. No, we look alike. Glasses on.
It's nothing difficult. We're not going to get lost.
So I'm 0.2% Arab Egyptian. So maybe you didn't get that.
How are you only 0.2%?
My great grandparent is an Arab.
On mom's side?
I guess, unless you are that too.
Wouldn't I have to see?
You have the way you have. Where's your?
You got mink off. You're 100%. You're 50% mink off.
And look, Dad's face on my face. Same.
Yeah.
Except for my eyes.
You got the mink off.
Have mom's eyes.
You got the Hirsch face. The bun. You got the Hirsch bun.
Yeah, that's how I am, Jennifer.
Imagine put that on my little thing, you know, at the bottom of the tube something in the drive. We're gonna do. You look like Uncle Bernie. I'm good with that.
Oh, your dad's only.
Hopefully I'm putting it on yours.
No, it's yours.
I don't blame you, Tweety.
Hopefully never.
Yeah, I did think it was real. They did. I mean, they're all over down here, so you know. I went inside and said, "Do you guys have a fake alligator out here?" And they said yes. And then I knew it was fake, but it looked real, and I wasn't going to stick around. The dogs were running out there.
Yeah, they do. You know, let me see. Yeah, you got this. So who did they get? Did they get that from you? The silver eyes?
I bet.
Yeah, I did too, Jennifer.
I bet St. Foster going to turn into
Makes total sense.
No, they say that's truth, Wildman. They say it's going to blow someday.
It's not as tall, it's just big.
Yeah, I agree, Perry. But it happens so much down here. You know, you're set up to believe it.
Yeah.
Guess what? My
Is that divorced?
it might be. This is a lot of like 5 6.
Yeah. It's a lousy flight. Okay. I gotta be there.
Well, I can look it up for
Like
Mike.
5 and find out where I park. Parks is gonna be open. When they're not there.
I was working on it lately.
But then, the thing is they changed now. It's good legally now. But my connection, like I said, is actually in like 40 minutes.
You're
It's lucky because you don't have to be going from
Or DNA.
terminal E to C. It's a half hours.
It's not 50.
So they changed it to where I have like a 2-hour window.
I don't know.
So that's why
Although Jewish people, long time ago, all of them, a little bit.
that? Yes.
But no joke.
We got some here.
Not me, I'm very careful.
Need more coffee?
No, I'm all set. Ready to go. Thanks.
Alright, this is a little different. I've seen a different one than this. I've seen one that's perfectly circular. Yeah.
See you, Devoted.
When I was at Steakhouse.
I'll tell you what you notice down here a lot, though. I notice, like, you know, sitting around places like this, you know, walking on the beach, even when I'm stopped at, like, red lights, believe it or not, everybody is so refined and tactful and polite and just well-spoken. You don't see any, like, crazy. I bet you go to a movie theater here, you could hear a pin drop. It's just a nice group of normal, law-abiding people that make it a fun place to be, which is what drives the prices up. You don't see any arguments or people screaming at each other in the parking lot or fights in the checkout line. I mean, I'm not saying it never happens here, but by and large, it's a great group of people to be around. I'm from Michigan. Yeah, good luck out there, Tweety. Glad you're back on track.
What? Sammy? Sammy?
No, you got that, Jennifer. Yeah. Taylor. E-course. Yeah, it's really pleasant. Everything is really, like, nice. It's just people are very polite. And you don't hear any... You can't bring a motorcycle in that place where I'm staying. And not that that means you're automatically a bad person, but they got lots of rules. No barking dogs. You're not supposed to leave your garage door open longer than an hour either. Hey, somebody asked me, you know, I don't really pay attention to too much stuff. I mean, this is cool. I'm having fun here. But I mean, I don't seek these places out. You know, it's just kind of shit luck. I ended up meeting somebody and they live here, and here I am, right? But I was talking to someone, and the Weston Hotel is just as when I take some of those videos where you see all those cool trees, when you see that guard shack, it's a gated community, and the Weston Hotel is at the beginning of the entrance. The entrance to the gated neighborhood where I stay is after that, but it's all on the same road, but they're close. But I was talking to a guy on the beach last night. What do you think it cost them to stay? I don't know what size room they had, whether it was a suite or what, but guess how much it cost to stay at that Weston last night for one night in a room? It is, Natasha, yeah. Yeah, and the security in the neighborhood, they have radar guns, and they can write you tickets, believe it or not, with big fines. Oh, close, Percy, $1,600. $1,600. I couldn't believe it, man. I figured maybe like $350, maybe $500, $1,600. It's a good guess. You must have stayed there before. Yeah. Yep. I mean, this is nice. I think it's cool. But I wouldn't... I think there are way nicer places. Like I said, like around here, unless you're from like one of these gated communities, and you're not pulling up to the water and like watching boats and the beach and stuff. It's just not like that. Yeah, I can't believe that they get that for a night. That's ridiculous. just and another thing too. I mean, I think these beaches are okay, but I don't think they're like a nice beach in Florida. You know, down in Jupiter, around there, crystal clear blue water, sandy beaches around here. Like you gotta. I don't want to. I don't know that this is true, but it seems like an educated population because if you look at the beach where I go, it's all natural, like those sea grapes, I think they are, and all that vegetation. They're not bringing a tractor down the beach every morning and wiping everything clean, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, you see birds nesting and all sorts of stuff. You do have beach, but it isn't like what you'd expect in beaches that I would consider like a nicer place to visit, you know, that are all like pure sand. That's crazy, Kevin. Yeah, I'm more like an $80 a night guy. Yep, same here.
I had there was a wedding that we went for the same place. They had a big DJ, same thing.
These people standing next to me, they're here for a wedding. I don't believe you, Natasha. It wouldn't be worth it to me. I'm a Red Roof Inn guy. Yeah, you're right, Blue. It's crazy. It's nuts. Like even like now, like if you were down here, I'd take you out to lunch, and I'd try to talk you into getting the rice pudding or the matzo ball soup. And even like if I took you out to lunch here, and you got something nice, with the tip it'd be $60. I mean, whatever happened to like lunch specials?
It might be me taking out that box.
Yeah, squirrely. That's how I am too. Yeah. I mean, my buddy, the guy that I'm with down here, I mean, he's always like top notch everything, because everything's run through the company, and you know he makes a bunch of money. But I always like, think we stay in too nice of places.
Let's put the tape on the box.
I guess I don't feel comfortable in like a really nice place. I think I'd be on pins and needles at a $1,600 a night room.
I'm a serious gaming problem. I mean, if, like every spring.
No, yeah, there's not many places like that. I know a couple of those in different states. Yeah, Turkey Roost, that's it. That's like the old days. You're right. But I'm telling you, Squirrely, if you took the Turkey Roost and you opened up right next to this deli, everything would be 2.5 times as much. It's just the way it is.
So I tried to do it in a different way, so it wouldn't make as much.
Another thing that's kind of surprising, like when you go down to like Palm Beach, I mean, that's big bucks. Everything's brick and marble and granite. But down here, you got a lot of this OBS wood. Even in these $3 million houses, like this wood you see right here, right now, stuff you get at Home Depot, painted wood. I just don't get that in a moist, mildewy, damp area.
Taking up a giant box, like for 30 minutes in the morning, yeah. And then the doors don't.
Yeah, it's good experience. Yeah, I know some other places like that. But here's another thing. Like you look at the Turkey Roost, they got another turkey place up in Gaylord. If you Google it, you'll get the name. It's Turkey something. I don't know what it is. I got a turkey sandwich there, you know, back in the winter, $20. $20, which is crazy. Now, Gaylord is more of a destination town in the summer, not in the winter. Look at this big to-go order. Wow.
Is this where y'all stayed last night?
Yeah. We got these big kick-ass sandwiches here. Let's just gotta get my to-go order so I can get the hell out of here. Now, one thing these Jewish delis, now I can't say this about all of them. I know this sounds terrible, it's stereotypical, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It's just, how about this? It's just my experience. How about that? You know, I lived in Florida. And this is gonna sound terrible now, but these Jews don't fool around. They don't. You're going to say, what do you mean? I know a Jew that went out of business. Yeah, okay. I'm not saying there's not an example somewhere you can find. But most of the time, if you go to a Jewish deli, it's no bullshit. You're not getting crappy tuna, Wonder Bread. You're getting like, I'll give you an example. Their whitefish salad. Like yesterday, my buddy wanted chicken salad. They didn't have any. I don't like that stuff that much. So the Mexican guy here told me, you need to get the tuna salad. He said it's like you can't believe how good it is. It's like, okay, give me the tuna salad then. So I got home. I said, hey Marty, they didn't have the chicken salad. He said he's the nicest guy in the world. You could give him a damn turd on a bun and he'd thank you. He never complains. Doesn't matter what you bring. You get the wrong stuff. He doesn't give a shit. If I smashed his truck up, he wouldn't care. It's just, he's like that, you know? So I said, look, they didn't have the chicken salad, but I got you the tuna salad. And I'm not trying to sell you on this, but it's from a Jewish deli, and the Mexican told me, you're really going to love it. And you know what he told me this morning? He said, you know that tuna salad you bought me was the best tuna salad I've ever had in my life. I want you to get me some more. And he said, I don't even care if they have chicken salad. So that's my whole point here. You go in here, you're not going to get old locks. You're not going to get a crummy bagel. It's the way it is in Cleveland. It's the way it is in Lake Worth, Florida. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yep, take your time.
We got time.
Yeah, crab cakes are another one that's it's kind of like ribs. You really gotta go to a good place. You know what I mean? It was funny. I was at that Brazilian steakhouse last night. Now I didn't video that because I'm there with my buddy. You know, it's rude. I think if I'm by myself, I don't mind showing you guys stuff. But if you're out to dinner with a friend, here I am videotaping every damn thing they serve me. That's why I didn't. But anyway, they come around. They said, "Hey, we got filet mignon, all these different things." And the guy says, "I've got some medium well done filet." And he bent over to me. He said, "I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having a hard time getting rid of this." And I know why, because that's too well done for good meat. So I said, well, it'd help you out if I got some? He said it would. I said, well, give me a double order of it then. And I tried my ass off to eat that, but I'm telling you, man, same thing, filet mignon, medium to well done. Now, if that was the only thing there, I'd probably ate it all. But when you compared that to the medium rare filet, I hate to say this. Thank you. Thanks a lot. All right.
Coffee?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
But you this and back your bagel.
Thank you. You're a good man.
Enjoy and thank you very much.
All right. Hey, I'll be around for a few minutes. Thank you. Good service. Thank you. So, yeah, that's it. But it was the medium rare. You know, normally, I get my meat medium rare, and they say there's restaurants you can go to, like high-end restaurants, and they won't cook anything more than medium rare. They say it wrecks the steak. And I that's my opinion, but that's subjective, right? But I'm telling you, when I had the same cut of meat, you know, how often do you get a chance to have a same cut of meat and compare it right there while you're eating? And the medium rare was so much better than the medium to well done. I couldn't even finish it. It just wasn't good. Yeah, it's cool, Squirrely.
Cranberry and pickle.
I haven't seen one.
Oh, yeah.
See, now my bill is $50 today, but I got $25 to go. Yeah, my lox platter was 17.
How's the burger, Sam?
Very good.
Delicioso. You try it? You drop
It came back, yeah. I would say I don't want. I think it came back all the way. I think it did. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Your tooth came out?
Yeah, we've been waiting for that tooth to come out.
Tooth fairy face double if you're on vacation. When I went left, I told someone to do
I can figure out what they're almost,
What's the bomb gun? The drum? I think it's the drum.
That's why I'm in.
Okay, I think I'm
Hey, man.
Electric up to you.
Thank you.
Change? Nope. Thank you very much.
Have a good
The
day.
receipt?
Nope. You want the
I need
receipt?
the receipt.
Do you want it? No.
Oh, you need it?
No, not really.
You can have it.
No, I don't want it. Nope.
Thank you very
Have a
much.
good day.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Have a good weekend.
Good
See you
job.
next week.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure will.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Wait, what? We just went up.
Take off that box. That guy take off that box over here upside there.
How's the burger?
Hey, another thing too. I think I mentioned this before, but I know this sounds terrible. It's almost embarrassing to admit it, but this guy I'm pretty good friends with, and we do things, and people once in a while I'll get a shitty email that said, "You're just down there showing off, you're bragging." It's like I'm really not. And you know what? I know this sounds nuts, man. I know it sounds crazy, but I actually have an expense account. I don't pay for anything. And you know what my instructions were this when I go out to dinner or breakfast or whatever I get, gas, that I don't ever need to bring a receipt back and to tip on the full order, even if I get a to-go order, and at least a 25% tip. So you see how friendly that guy was here? That's because he got a 25% tip on the total $60, not just what I ate here. And the only reason I'm bringing this up to you is because, well, first of all, I'm lucky that I'm able to do this. And two, I would have never recognized or realized the difference people treat you when you're a big tipper. Because, I don't mind living at 20% tip, but I don't know that I'd be tipping on a to-go order that was just as much, that was more than the food that I had here. But when you go to places like I do and you got an expense account, and that's what you're told to do, what am I going to do? Not do it? I mean, jeez, why would I do that? I mean, I'm here for the program, right? I really notice a difference where I go on how I'm treated. Isn't that interesting, though? I mean, because I would have never known that on my own, but because I'm in this fortunate circumstance, I've experienced it, and it's definitely noticeable. It's so crazy, isn't it? I know. It's nuts. But it really, You know, I guess on the other side of the coin, I mean, it's been a great experience. On the other side of the coin is, you know, if you're a server, I mean, that's how you're making your money. You're not getting anything an hour, you know. Now, my buddy, the guy that I'm with down here, what he'll do is like, we'll be in a place, like, let's stay at the Brazilian steakhouse last night. And he said, you know, he said, I bet these cleaning people, these janitors and stuff, I bet they're not getting any of the tips. And if he sees like a janitor or somebody cleaning up the bathroom while you're in there, he gives them $100. And he's a really good guy and super generous. And I don't care whether it's a car wash. Like I said, he's always buying groceries for people, standing in line, and like old people, and it's really cool to watch. Doing good, Devoted. Yeah, actually, my dog likes my buddy as good as me. He takes her swimming and takes her with him places. She sleeps with him about half the nights a week. Oh, Sharon, how you doing? Yeah, they do. But you know, it's like, you know, here's another thing that I was thinking of driving here this morning, and that is that, you know, you say money's not everything, and that's true. But what money does do is it takes away the worry that a lot of people have. And I said to you earlier, it's like I'll notice down here that everybody's so polite and nice, and part of the reason for that is because everybody generally is in a good mood. You know, you're living in a $4 million house. You've got $300,000 vehicles in the garage. Not that that makes you better. You're not worried about making your credit card bill. You're a 5-minute walk down to a private, it's not private beach, but it seems like it because nobody's there. You're spending $200 a day on food. You got every toy in the world you want. You travel wherever you want. Why in the hell wouldn't you be in a good mood and polite? I mean, you just got a group of people that, you know, don't have a typical struggling day-to-day worry of the regular Joe. They're not worried about getting their house foreclosed on. And I'll tell you another thing that I found interesting in hanging around this guy. And that is that, you know, he's into these collectible cars and all that bullshit. Somebody asked me too, you know, that blue Porsche that he just got painted, that paint job is 14 grand on that thing. It's worth about 300,000, I guess. That was a Porsche that Porsche introduced to the United States, so they thought everybody could afford one. It's the crappiest Porsche ever made, but it's crazy money because they didn't make that many of them. But anyhow, you know, my buddy, you know, guys that have money know guys that have money, right? Like this drag car racer, these kind of guys. And a lot of these guys are into these cars. And as it turns out, there's a big difference between a restored car and a refurbished car. And when you get into like mixing numbers, like the block doesn't match the frame, or there's been some customization done to it, it changes the value. This, you know, all this stuff. But if you look at like Barrett auctions, these guys that my buddy hangs around with, including himself, I mean, they think nothing of dropping 300, 400, 500 grand on a car at an auction. And sometimes they'll go and they'll buy like 10 cars. But, you know, I always wondered on these auctions, like, you know how it is, you buy something and, you know, you buy something, if you don't have a retail outlet, you're not going to get the money some auctioneer's going to get, and then you're going to get tagged with a buyer's premium. So I always wondered, like, when these rich people are buying and selling these expensive vehicles, are they losing their ass? Are they making money? What's the day-to-day bottom line on these high-end auctions? You know, like this Barrett auctions, right? You look on there, I think it's Barrett. They got 1,500 cars coming up in Orlando for sale, and they're all like, they look brand new, you know, every damn kind of car you can think of, right? So I asked my buddy, I said, hey, like on these cars right there, I said, what's the deal with these guys? I mean, are they all trying? He said, nah, absolutely not. No. He said, everybody's hoping you can kind of hit the home run if you can car. But, you know, this is basically all figured out. Nobody's paying 100 grand for a car and selling it at an auction a month later for 200 grand. You know, it doesn't work that way. But once in a while, you know, all you need is two guys that have to have this car. And that's what kind of drives the prices up. But he told me, like, there's a guy down in Florida, John Staluppi. I don't know him, but I know people in the family. And he sells all his cars like every 10 years. And he told me that his experience in auctioning these cars is that when you have, you know, when you're worth $200 million, you could give two shits if you lose money on a car. It's not like a normal person. So what happens is you've got these rich people that love these cars. They travel all over. They've got people that scout for them, finding these cars, and they'll fly somebody out in their private jet to go thing with a fine-tooth comb, you know, check the paint, look, all this certification, all this kind of crap. And then they'll come back and they'll report to them, and they'll buy this car for, say, who knows, whatever, right? Drive it around a year, get sick of it, and they just ship it off to auction, and they don't care what it brings. They don't give a shit. They don't even put like reserves on it or minimum bids. That's crazy. They're planning on losing money, but they don't care because they have so much of it that if they lose $1 million or $2 million, like this Freddie Neely, my buddy's friend, he was in, you can look at his YouTube videos. Freddie Neely was a top fuel dragster guy. He had the world speed record for a while. I think it was a world speed record. It may have been the United States NHRA record, one or the other, right? But he told me they had sponsors up the yin yang, and he comes from money anyway. But he told me even in the good years, I'm going to interview him, by the way, even in the good years, when things were good and they were winning, and you know, he was on Wide World of Sports and all that kind of crap, they were losing $2 million a year, and were happy that it wasn't more. No, I'm the same way, Mary. I'm the same way. I tell my buddy all the time, you need to tell your friends I'll take them for a ride in the Astro van. Hey, that's another thing about Hilton Head, too. There's a lot of poverty in Hilton Head, believe it or not. Right here in Hilton Head. Once you get off the beaten track, I'm not talking about a non-gated community, but in between like these restaurants and stuff like that, I mean, it looks like the Appalachians. Yeah, I'll tell you another thing I learned about that, Squirrely. And that is that if you talk to people about tax write-offs, people that have money, that know what they're talking about, that's kind of a myth. Basically, the bottom line is there's nothing that's ever better than having the money and paying the tax on it and being able to deposit it or buy an asset or whatever. Now, where you hear this write-off thing that comes out that people talk about, let's say you and I are partners or something, right? And we like cigarette boats and they guzzle 500 gallons an hour. What we'll do is we'll open up a cigarette boat, used cigarette boat sales lot, and we'll lose our ass from day one. And, you know, we'll write off, but you never have enough income coming in there to write off all this fun stuff. And we'll be able to go out and blow through a couple tanks of gas at 500 gallons an hour and say that it was a demo run and that kind of write-off. But there's really no money in write-offs per se. Nothing beats making the money and paying the tax. And I hear people say, well, it's a write-off, right? I mean, when I used to do a lot of marketing with the detective agency, I would take people out to dinner and they were just so ignorant about it. It's like you go to a nice seafood restaurant. It's like, what are you going to get, John? It's like, well, I'm going to get fried clams. It's like, no, get whatever you want. I don't care. It's like, oh, that's right. You can write it off. I'm going to get 2 lobster tails. They just don't get it. I mean, they think because it's a write-off that, you know, they're somehow saving you money by splurging, and it really doesn't work that way. Yeah, I mean, it really, I mean, there's so many, like, myths out there. You want to ask people about write-offs and the legitimacy of them and the real bottom line tax return write-off. Talk to a CPA. He'll tell you the same thing. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things like you'll learn about this, you know? And another thing I've learned in hanging around these guys, where the money is at is property, not residential either, commercial. And the smartest of the smart, they go in, they spend $20 million for 800 acres, like where sprawl's occurring, and they either rezone it. This is the way it works. You go into a place like Crawfordville, where I'm at. These are dead towns, nothing's going on. You've already got an administration there that's dying for anything other than another business going out of business. So you come in there, it's like, hey, my name's Tom Reed, you know, I want to build a $10 million warehouse. It's like, no problem. They'll roll out the red carpet. And those are the type people on a county and city level that are willing to help you change the zoning law. So now you've got 2,000 acres of farmland, and because they want you there so bad, they're willing to negotiate and allow you to take 10% of that and turn it into a commercial development. That's where the money's at. You're paying farmland prices, and you're turning it into, like, it's a bad example now, but shopping mall square footage property. You see what I mean? So there's really ways to do this. No, I believe that, Dave. No, yeah, no, I believe you're telling the truth. Yeah, me neither. Yep, I believe you're telling the truth. Yep. It screws you in future purposes. I'm a perfect example of that. My Social Security is less than it should be. And you know why? You'll know why when you get my age. It's because of a CPA that found a way to write everything off in the book. So all this money that you think you were making, that you were going to get maximum Social Security, you didn't get it because he did what you asked him to do. Came up with as many good deductions as there you could find, which cut your income down on what was paid into FICA, which cut your monthly check. Now, I never really depend on Social Security. I mean, of course, I would have liked to got the max. I mean, it's chump change anyway, but I was surprised that I didn't get more, and I knew why I didn't get more the minute they told me how much I was getting, because I had a good CPA for 35 years. Isn't that crazy, Squirrely? That's exactly right. I mean, the way I looked at Social Security, I mean, I'm getting my first check at the end of the month. It's like, I'm glad I'm getting it, but I thought, man, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to live on Social Security. So I kind of planned accordingly. Yeah, it's just so many things like this that, you know, this is the kind of stuff they ought to be teaching you in school. And I should have a ton more money than I have, but I didn't really know anything about, like, investments or, you know, how long it takes money to grow and all that bullshit. It was just really boring to me. Yeah, I got that issue. So far I do. I mean, lately it's been good.
Oh, seashell.
Yep.
You have to think about what? Can I have it?
No, that's right, Simka, yeah. Yep, it's true. If you ever, when I walk out to the beach, if you ever see that one nice house at the very end, they have like an infinity pool, and there's a hot tub in the middle of the pool, and you can't see it, you know, because the edge is right there, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a nice house, a lot of glass. They're right on the beach. My buddy told me his property taxes are $63,000 a year. Can you believe writing a check for $63,000 for nothing? And you got about a $2,100 a month homeowners association thing to pay. You know, so this guy is paying like, you know, $80-some thousand a year for nothing. I mean, you do get the grass cut and all that stuff, but it isn't like they're plowing snow or. It's crazy. Oh, I believe it, Sharon. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're cool looking, but the place where I'm at now, I mean, they just got that pool straightened out. I mean, for the last year, you couldn't even have swam in the damn thing. It looked like sea hunt, green, and they just couldn't get it right. So they finally switched places, and the guy ended up doing. Let me give you an example of my friends, right? So they're going through this bullshit. It's like $80 a week or something. Trying to get this pool. It looks like a damn aquarium that hadn't been attended for like. They talk to the neighbors. None of the new pool companies are taking new customers. So they're kind of screwed, right? They can't get this part to this pump. So my buddy's wife is bitching to somebody at the local grocery store about it. It's like, hey, we got this pool, can't do shit, can't swim in it. This place can't figure out. So she said she knows this Mexican guy that does pool things on the side. Barely speaks English. So she said, yeah, send him over, man, no problem. So the guy comes over, and he doesn't even have a business card. And he finally tells her that, he did pools in Mexico, and he's starting his own business. And he knows what's wrong with the pool. This is the same kind of pitch you get from everybody. And they've been getting ripped off by somebody forever with brand new vans, and they don't know what the hell they're doing. So anyway, they hire this guy. Within 3 days, the pool's crystal clear. Now the bottom needs to get repainted. And the reason it isn't now, it's because they're going to use it this summer. They're going to do it this winter. And they just didn't want any more downtime in the damn pool. Anyway, this Mexican guy cleans this pool up. It's never been that clean since they've owned it. Does all sorts of other shit. Finds a part for the filter. And guess how much he wanted to bill him? $35. And my friends say, that's bullshit, man. Nah, we're giving you $100 every time you come. This pool looks great. You did what you said you were going to do, and it's worth every dime to us. Yeah, but that's one of these like weird things, down here. Yeah, isn't that cool? But they're really like that. And if that guy said he had a toothache, they would send him to the dentist and pay the whole bill. Yeah, I mean, these people that I just got lucky. I've mentioned this before, but just so you know, I sold stuff on eBay. I bought more than I sold, but anyway, long story short, this guy bought a World War II, one of those panoramic photos where the guys were standing in front of all their bombers. And I think I'm a good packer. I mean, I want the stuff to get there, right? And I said, you want me to take the glass out or not? He said, no, let's just try it, and I packed the shit out of it. Anyway, it got there in 1,000,000 pieces. And he called me, this guy that I'm staying with. He said, hey, I don't mean to complain, but this thing got here in 1,000,000 pieces. It's like, okay, well, I gave him an immediate credit. He said, I think I may be able to salvage the photo, but, it tore. And I said, no, man, don't worry about it. Here's your refund. Don't send me anything back. I don't give a shit. So I refunded his money, actually, before we even talked about the details. I mean, I just didn't want to do some shit like that. And then I had a paper collection that I wanted to sell. And, I was having some problems with depression. And anyway, I ended up selling my whole collection. And that was, I think that'll be 6 years this fall. And I'm not a guy, you never see me like hanging around guys, and he's not either. We just kind of got to be, talking and kept in touch. And, I came here about a year ago and visited, and one thing led to another. And then he said, well, maybe someday we could like do some business. And then, a couple months ago, it's like, man, I'm having a really hard time up here. he said, just get out of there, man. Just get in the car and get out of there. I said, well, I don't want to move. He said, you're not going to have to move anything, man. Just come down to the farm. You don't need to go back. I'll send a moving company up. If you want to move, if you don't, that's fine. If you want to come down for 1 month, 6 months, I don't give a shit. But you come down here and you're not going to need to do a goddamn thing except sleep in and try and get better. And we'll move. If you want to live down here, that's great. Love to have you. If you don't, that's great too. If you need medication, I got it. It's like, really? It's like, yeah. So here I am. That's exactly what happened. Oh, good mistake. Yeah, actually, Daisy's surgery is getting canceled to the week after because we're going to be here the 22nd. You know, she's a lot better, and she's not in pain. And you know, we let her out. They just got the slate floor sealed. Not that it needed to be. What do they do? Just go pedal those around the beach or something?
Oh yeah, the pedal assistance is you still have to pedal. It's like going downhill at all times. They're e-bikes.
Oh, e-bikes.
Yeah.
And then do you go pick them up later?
Basically, yeah.
Or can they ride it back here too?
Either or. We do charge a delivery fee.
Yeah.
So it just depends on if you pay that or not.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So there you go. I told you biking was big here. Yeah, Daisy's a lot better. It's not like she's in agony and I'm like putting it off. The first surgery got canceled because the lady, mom died, the office manager. And then we're going to be here. We didn't plan on being here. Another thing my buddy does is he buys lottery tickets, and he always buys one for the clerk, like $50 tickets and stuff. One just won $1,000. It's like she about rapes him every time she sees him. Oh, pedal assistance? Yeah, I didn't even know about that. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Wish I had my phone holder. Are they that much? 8K? No kidding. Now I'm gonna try and put this phone up here, but if it falls, sorry, but because I can't hold it while I drive the stick shift, but wish me luck. Yeah, about 5 miles. The traffic down here sucks. It's like this all the time, too. See, there's bike trails everywhere around here. other nice thing, they have an airport right here with commercial jets coming in and out of it. I used to have a house in Woodstock. I'm a long ways from there. I live in Crawfordville now. I think somebody said the other night it was 90 miles. Hey, Mike. Here's this Weston Hotel here on the left. It's on the beach. It kind of circles around and it goes under a tunnel. Have a good day. This is the golf course. This is a tennis court, tennis court. You gotta see these big alligators that sit out here in this golf course. These trees are cool, aren't they? Good, these guys are turning, thank God. off right with the good. See, the tide's low right now.